What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and for weeks now, we have been talking about what went down on the set of Rust, the circumstances that led to the tragic killing of Helena Hutchins and the shooting of director Joel Souza. We've been talking about three major players, but it sounds like we may have just added a fourth. We may have just discovered who this mystery person and what their involvement actually was. We've been talking about Alec Baldwin, the man who had the gun in his hand, who pulled the trigger that shot and killed Helena Hutchins, who's also the producer of this movie. May definitely hold some culpability there when you're talking about safety and safety protocols and general practices on the set. We have the assistant director, Dave Halls, who reportedly was the one that handed the gun to Alec Baldwin and supposedly declared it a, quote, cold gun before he did so. And then, of course, you have Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the 24-year-old inexperienced armorer, only her second job of this type on a movie set, who reportedly was much more interested in her TikTok and her OnlyFans and her pay pigs than she was in weapons safety, and had been reportedly having problems with professionalism and following proper safety protocols. But it sounds like there was somebody else who was involved with the armor, who may have been a mentor of some sort that we're only hearing about right now. From the New York Post, Rust Armorer's mentor reportedly supplied Alec Baldwin's deadly Colt 45. So we know where this weapon now came from. And it was somebody who had some mystery role on the set as a mentor to Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. The rookie armorer on Rust reportedly had a mysterious mentor on set who supplied the gun Alec Baldwin used when he accidentally shot dead his cinematographer. Seth Kenney, who owns an Arizona weapons and props rental company, was hired in late September to be an armorer mentor for Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, according to an internal crew list obtained by the LA Times. Kenney, 51, had even suggested Gutierrez-Reed, 24, for the key armorer gig, despite her having only been in charge of weapons in one other movie, a source told the paper. I have a feeling we're going to start to find out a lot more about Seth Kenney after the results of this come out. Several Rust crew members told the LA Times they do not ever recall Kenney being on the doomed Mexico set. It was also unclear exactly what his role entailed, as several longtime prop masters and armorers also told the paper they have never heard of movies hiring a, quote, armorer mentor. So, and that's really the thing when it comes down to this entire situation. So many things happen and not the way that they're supposed to. We've heard a lot of deflection from Alec Baldwin. He's tried to blame the AD. He's tried to blame everybody else. He's tried to blame the guns. He's tried to blame the safety procedures. At the end of the day, safety procedures are there for a reason. And when they're followed, we don't have any issues. We haven't had a shooting like this on set in 30 years because of these safety protocols. So you can try to deflect blame all you want, but the fact is, your crew, Alec Baldwin, that ultimately you were responsible for, did not follow a lot of these procedures. And now apparently they're also hiring people in roles that are very strange. This person may have been the one to supply the weapon. This person may have been the one to get this inexperienced armorer her job. So what exactly were his responsibilities? But multiple sources told the paper Kenney did supply the guns used in the Western, including the Colt 45 that Baldwin was using when he accidentally killed Helena Hutchins. It was unclear if he also provided ammunition for the production. That is going to be something that all these people, all these attorneys, all these prosecutors, the detectives, everybody's going to want to dig into. The heart of the investigation is focused on how live rounds ended up there, with Gutierrez-Reed's attorneys even claiming they may have been planted by a disgruntled crew member. Kenney's previously secret job on the movie is at odds with earlier reports from crew members, as well as experienced movie makers, that Rust was wildly understaffed and inexperienced. That's funny, isn't it? Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, the person saying, I don't have enough help, evidently you had an armorer mentor, which is never heard of, apparently. You had someone like that was supposed to be helping you. So yeah, how were you just completely understaffed and overwhelmed? That's weird, isn't it? Gutierrez-Reed's attorneys had complained that she was, quote, hired for 2 positions by cost-cutting bosses, had fought for training, but ultimately was overruled by her production and department. Kenney lives in Lake Havasu City, where his company holds 2 licenses for dealing in firearms issued by Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives, the LA Times said. The company is registered with federal authorities to manufacture most firearms with intent to sell them and to import weapons and ammunition, allowing them to legally transport guns over state lines. before starting his company in 2016, he'd worked for 5 years at one of LA's biggest prop houses, the Hand Prop Room, where he handled weapons on an arsenal and dealt with prop masters for AMC's Walking Dead and movies like Django Unchained. He provided weapons to hundreds of productions when he worked there. He's very knowledgeable in the field. He's very good at educating individuals who aren't so good at weapons, whatever that phrase means. He customized the weapons for whatever load you're needing, which is very precise. He's one of the few who know how to do that. However, the Hand Prop Room filed suit against Kenny in May of 2016, alleging he'd taken some of its weapons to start his competing business. But the company asked for the case to be dismissed a year later. Kenny, the Hand Prop Room, the movie's producers, Rust LLC, and the unit production managers all declined to be interviewed. What a shock. Santa Fe County Sheriff's spokesperson also declined to comment. The force has previously not ruled out all charges against any of those involved, including Alec Baldwin. Now, and there, of course, is Helena Hutchins, and I should probably say it more often, but we got to remember at the end of the day, this woman tragically lost her life, and her family is left to deal with all this fallout. So my heart goes out to them. My deepest condolences and apologies and thoughts and prayers go out to the family and loved ones of Helena Hutchins. But now we're starting to piece these things together. Isn't it weird that this person who was never heard of before all of a sudden pops up out of nowhere as an armorer mentor? Maybe this is the reason that she got the job to begin with. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, who has been the focus of this investigation, who her attorneys have come out and said, well, it must have been sabotage. She was just so overworked. Evidently had an armorer mentor who somehow never really came on set. So what was his role supposed to be? Did he get them the weapons like everyone's saying? And also, why have we not heard about this till now? Why is Hannah Gutierrez-Reed trying to act like she was just so overworked when she actually has someone that's supposed to be helping to mentor her or whatever his role is? A lot of people have a lot of questions to answer. That's the running theme of this case, isn't it? Of this entire situation, whether it's Alec Baldwin, whether it's David Halls, whether it's Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, or now, whether it's Seth Kenny. Who knows what else will happen? This thing has been really crazy to follow, and I think we're going to have more come out in the next couple days as this information gets distributed. Let me know what you think about this entire thing in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.